that we have used, and again, you heard a lot of you guys use these just a second ago. And here, adjectives to describe setting, we have a list up here. We also have examples of characters' feelings up here. A lot of these are what we just went over too. You guys can use these references as you complete your graphic organizer. Now, going back to what we just did, which was this activity, which was adjectives to describe setting, and characters' feelings. I'm going to pull back up this. We brainstormed some of these adjectives so that we could have an anchor chart to support us when we do our evidence organizer and our graphic organizer. But up here, can someone tell me the purpose of why we did that? Because again, all of the things that we are doing today have to help us reach that objective in the end. Can someone read the first bullet for me with brainstorm adjectives to describe setting, characters, feelings? Why did we do that? What was the purpose? Kayla, read the first one.
Help us have a vocabulary of words to describe a setting and characters' feelings.
Right. So then we can have a kind of bank of words that will support us in completing the evidence organizer. So we say, I know what this is, but I don't have the word for it. You can use this bank to help you. It also activated some of your prior knowledge so that you can apply some of the adjectives that you know about setting and the adjectives that you know about characters, feelings, or things like that to this lesson. And the second bullet, Savannah.
Help us complete column 2 and column 3 of the characters
Analysis. Yeah. So I'm going to actually pull up this character analysis chart. Now we did our work folder, so each of you actually picked out which type of work you wanted to complete based off of how well you think you can complete this evidence organizer and this graph organizer character analysis on your own. So again, with our work folders, we chose the green folder if we feel like we understand it and can do the task independently on our own. The yellow folder if we sometimes might need some support, and the red folder if you're really having trouble and need a lot of support. So here I have up on the board what the green folder looks like. With nothing filled in, this means that you understand it all and you don't need my support, which is totally fine. It's totally fine if you do need my support. We have 3 different settings, so right now I need everybody to get out their evidence organizer. When you have that out, please put a thumbs up. Alright, and eyes up on the board. So, the directions are to complete the chart below to analyze how characters feel and act in different settings in the story. So here, the first setting, inside the classroom in the beginning of the story. So here, I already know that it's the beginning of the story, so I'm going to put a B. So I should see everyone putting a B. Then here, it says outside in the middle of the story. Since it's the middle of the story, I know that it's the middle. And then here, it's the end at the last one, so I'm going to put an E. We're going to work together to actually do the first column. Some of you already have some of the supports for you on it, depending on which folder you chose. Now again, each of the folders, regardless, is still going to show whether you reach the objective because everybody still needs to identify the setting, the feelings, and the character's actions on their own.
David Wilson, report to the main office. David Wilson.
Now be aware that if you struggle to identify the character's actions and you need some support, you can use a drawing to support you. So again, that's up to you. That's a choice that you can use. But if I am doing adjectives to describe a setting, this is in column 2. So that's where I can use, again, some of the prior knowledge that I put in this part. Then in the third column, it talks about the character's feelings. Well, what words can I use to describe the character's feelings? This is where you would draw some information from. You may also use the diagrams up there. Sorry, not the diagrams, the anchor charts that are up there. Now, in addition to to turn to handout 1A so that we're all looking at the text all summer in a day. Now I know some of us have chosen to use highlighters, so if you want to use highlighters to annotate, that's fine. So I'm going to read. I'm also going to show you a little bit how to do this, and then I'm also going to call on you to read too. Thank you. Can I end the front? Yep, turn my front back. All right, ready, now, soon. Do the scientists really know? Will it happen today? Will it? Look, see for yourself. Now again, I'm trying to identify characters' feelings and actions, as well as anything that tells me about the setting. The children press to each other like so many roses, so many weeds, intermixed, peering out for a look at the hidden sun. It rained. Oh, so what I'm probably going to do is I would either highlight, or you can also annotate and just circle rain so that it draws your attention. Now some of us chose to use a highlighter, some of us didn't, and that's fine. It doesn't matter what you use, but this is how we can do this independently on your own. Would be good for you to do some kind of annotation. So here I'm just going to write B. Now, can someone tell me what they think my B stands for as an annotation? Miracle? Beginning, yep. So it had been raining for 7 years, thousands upon thousands of days compounded and filled from one end to the other with rain, with a drum and gush of water, with the sweet crystal fall of showers and the concussion of storms so heavy they were tidal waves come over the island. Well, I also see some words in there: showers, storms. All of these things help me paint a picture of the setting in my head. Forests have been crushed under the rain and grown up 1,000 times to be crushed again. And this was the way life was forever on the planet Venus, and this was the schoolroom of children of the rocket men and women who had come to a raining world to set up civilization and live out their lives. Someone tell me, going over here, what I could put as an adjective to describe the setting. What could I put in here? And again, we're just going to do the first one together, and then you will complete the middle and end on your own. Now, if you want to write something different, that's totally fine. This is just going to be an example. Savannah? Okay, so you could say stormy. So you would write here the setting, and again, we are going to write in complete sentences, is stormy. What is another word I could potentially use? And Tamara? Rainy. Now some people in the other class chose other words like dark, because it is dark in the setting. So now I need to also help and support myself to fill out the character's feelings and the character's actions. Now I need to ask myself, when it was stormy and rainy, how were the characters feeling? So I'm going to move on to the next page. And again, you can fill out this on your own after. I just want to go through the modeling phase, and I want to show you how you can independently kind of work with this text on your own and also annotate. So as I'm walking around and you're completing this chart, I should see you annotating so that you can show me that you can independently work with this text. And again, you should be following along, so I'm going to call on some people to read tonight.